5 stretches to help your hip flexors. Do you suffer from a tightness or an ache in the lower back, especially when standing? Do you have pain in the glutes or poor posture and difficulty standing? Then watch this video and I'll explain how to identify tight hip flexors and my 5 top stretches to help. I'm Luke Savage, CEO and Senior Osteopath at Worthing Osteopathic and Wellbeing Clinic. Maude is a keen runner and runs at least 5 times a week if she can. Just recently, she's been suffering from a tightness in her lower back, and this has meant that she was unable to go running until the pain subsided or had gone, which frustrated her immensely. She tried doing some stretches but found that what she was doing wasn't helping at all. Getting up from the chair or bed was causing her a lot of pain, as the stiffness would set in if she stayed still for any length of time. Sleeping at night was unbearable for her, as she could never get into that comfortable position. Maude was starting to feel tired from lack of sleep and short-tempered from the lack of mobility. She wondered if the pain would ever go, or would she have to learn to live with it? The answer to that question is no. Is this something that you've experienced, or know that you have tight hip flexors and want to know how to stretch them? Then comment stretch below so that I know that these types of videos are helpful. I'll now share my top 5 stretches for you. Number 1, the kneeling hip flexor stretch. Start in a kneeling position, bring one leg forwards and upwards so that your knees are at a right angle. Stretch your other leg backwards and keep your lower leg in contact with the floor. Then lean forward slightly to feel the stretch through the leg. Repeat on the other leg. Number 2, the pigeon stretch. Start on your hands and knees, cross one leg underneath you, then lower your hips down to the ground. Rest your body forwards on your arms. With this, you should feel a stretch across the buttock. From here, sit up, which creates a stretch in the front of that hip with the leg that's behind you. Number 3, hip flexor and trunk rotation. Start in a plank position with your hands under your shoulders and your legs and body straight back behind you. Step one leg forwards and to the side of your hand. Then sink your hips down towards the floor between both feet. Lift your hand closest to the front foot up. Reach it up towards the ceiling, turning your upper body and head with the movement. Allow your head to follow the movement so that your gaze looks out to the side. Return your hand to the floor and then step your leg back. Number 4, hip flexor with a foam roller. Kneel down with a foam roller in front of you. Move down so you're lying on your front, placing the foam roller under the top of your thighs. Start rolling up and down to find the most painful location. Once you've identified the source of the pain, contract your buttock muscles and point your feet. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and you should feel the area of discomfort begin to soften. Number 5, standing hip flexion. Stand straight, holding a chair or table. Bend your affected leg, bringing your knee up in front of you. Control the movement as you lower your leg back down. This is the important part of the exercise. This is an eccentric muscle contraction of the psoas, which is the main hip flexor. Repeat the movement, making sure you don't lean your body or hit your pelvis as you lift your leg. Is this something you've suffered from, or maybe you're experiencing tight hip flexors now? Then comment stretch below so that I know that these videos are helpful to you. Maude came to see me at the clinic. By following my advice, the bespoke treatment plan tailored to her needs and doing the exercises that I emailed to her, she was able to eventually get back to running pain-free. Tight hip flexors? Then comment stretch below and give us a like. Remember, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Thank you for watching.